Alright guys, so today's day we're going to do this turbo swap to a non-VGT. Also going to do a few other things. Man, I got an oil leak right here coming out of the crankcase filter. Whatever, that hose busted on me. We're going to deal with it another day. For now, we're going to get this crossover tube off. And freaking, when you deal with old trucks or whatever, shit just breaks. Like, I swear I looked at the temperature sensor up there and it just fell over and broke. So we're going to take care of that today, or before it goes back out on the road. Man, I might have to charge battery in this thing. Should have just wrung that right off there. Definitely should have been able to bring that off. Not even that tight. We'll do it now. Off. We'll climb up here. Oh, you're too old for this. Got 2 bolts here, 10 mil. Got one here, 10, and 2 on the other side that are 10. Might be reusing all these, or 2 of them. We're going to lay them up here. Oh yeah, the bracket. Duh, Steve. We'll take the bracket off. That's why y'all watch me, so you know what not to do. Oh, I speed the process up for you guys so y'all don't have to make the same mistakes. It's going to be a kind of long video because I really want to get pretty thorough with it, step by step. So I can speed up some of this crap. We'll get everything painted too. Still waiting on the turbo to show up. It's in the mail. It's out for delivery. Should be here any minute. We'll get rid of this. Don't need it no more. And honestly, if y'all are interested in all these parts that I'm taking off, any of them, I mean, make me an offer. Whatever you think they're worth, and you pay the shipping, and they're yours. 'Cause I don't need them, I don't want them, and I'm not trying to make any money off this stuff. So I'll help you guys out. If y'all need that crossover tube, let me know. I got a plate that goes right here. Block this off. I'm just probably gonna clean that up a little bit. So let's do that first. There's a plate. You know, nothing fancy. Just like that, nothing fancy. But it has an O-ring, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that up. I think it's just a scraper blade, razor blade to scrape it. I gotta go get my daughters from school here couple hours, so I gotta go get parts. So I just it's like a 30-minute drive to go get them. I figured I'll go ahead and get started on this today. Do as much as I can, and then we'll focus on the rest of it maybe tomorrow. I don't even know if you need to do this, not, honestly, but it's got a lot of soot on it. Carbon buildup, whatever you want to call it. And they give you an O-ring to put right here, so and honestly, you could probably permatext it. And this is all just like carbon falling down in there and stuff, so I ain't too worried about it causing any problems with the engine. I have seen in the past that it has caused problems, but I mean, it'd be like a boulder falling off in there, But to me, that's good enough. If it leaks or whatever, we'll address the issue then. And the kit supplies you with O-rings and stuff that you'll need to do this. And this is what I'm thinking, guys. I couldn't find a complete set or kit kinda in America. So I'm thinking about, if y'all are interested, I can build this for you, sell it to you, and I'm not trying to make money off this stuff. And I'm winging this too. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but that looks like that goes there. So, I think it's pretty common sense. And then that goes there. I think. It's got some instructions. Let's see what they say. When installing a fitting into an aluminum plate, be sure to mark the hose fitting installed portion and install it in a wise. What the hell's a wise? Check the O-ring side of the plate to be sure the fitting is below the surface of the plate. Won't seat properly and will leak. Some grinding might need to be needed if higher than the mating surface. Okay, I think we're good. So we can put them bolts back in. I think there is a torque spec on this, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna hit it with the impact, or my little impact. Let's see. All these bolts are the same, so. This might not work. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work, guys. You know why it ain't gonna work? It's not gonna work because the bolts are too long. They're gonna bottom out long before it does, before it gets tight. Definitely not gonna work. Okay, so we need shorter bolts. I'm just gonna find some that cut that smooth part off, and we should be good. But that's gonna block stuff from going down in the intake either way. So we'll get that when we go out to get parts, some shorter bolts, and yeah, we'll just wait on that. But it will keep stuff from falling down in the intake, and so we're just gonna leave it the way it is right now. When you do this, you're gonna need shorter bolts. They didn't say that. I should have knew that, but trial and error. That's all we're gonna do on this side. So we're gonna go over to the other side, and we'll start tearing the turbo off. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that. Take your 7/16. I'm just going to undo this one and this one. I'm going to take this off. Don't need it. We're going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Now I had all this stuff's kind of new, so it should come off fairly easy. Awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boy, that sealed up on there, didn't it? Gonna get me a screwdriver or something run in there. I usually use a pick or something, but this'll work. Run it down through there like that. Awesome. Oh yeah. I don't know which side I'll take it off from. I thought that was my turbo right there. Let's slide this clamp back up on there. Good deal. That's out there. And we'll set the clamp away. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. And this. Hopefully, nope, another 10 mil. How about that? Came off pretty easy. That off a little more than I wanted, but whatever. I don't know how much of this is going to get reused and what ain't. Some of it will, so it won't. Go ahead and take this exhaust clamp off here. I want to say it's probably a 11. Nope. Actually, it's 7/16. How about that? I'm wrong. Must have drank too much last night. Oh, it's water. Oh, that's cool. I'm leaking water right there. But it don't matter, because we're getting rid of all that. But I'm leaking water up there. How about that? I might actually be taking this all the way off. I don't know. The screwdriver on these help pry them loose, break them loose. I can already tell it's gonna be one of them days, guys. It's gonna be one of them days. You will have to drain the coolant out of your motor to do this. Might even have to replace if they don't bring, it didn't come with gaskets, so I have to go buy some gaskets for this. Oh, there's one more. Back here. And I'll try to just put everything back together. I reuse everything as much as possible. Sometimes that bites me in the ass, sometimes it don't. This, I actually replaced this bellow down at the Wildwood Truck Show because it broke down there. My wife drove all the way down there to bring me one. We'll clean all that up with something. Probably one of them wheels that's like Scotch-Brite, and yeah, we'll probably do that. Whatever, it'll work. I've already unplugged the turbo here. I unplugged it last night. I wanted to see if it would still run unplugged. And this sensor here, it just literally just snapped off. So that's a exhaust back pressure sensor, I believe. I don't know. We might not even need it, all things considered. And some of this stuff's probably gonna break. I ain't even worried about that right now. We're just worried about, let's just get the turbo off. So, if I remember right, this is a coolant line coming in to it. And guess what? My turbo actuator is leaking. Anyways, that's probably why my turbo's been acting up. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this out. Well, this is where your truck gets its air from for your air compressor. Brings it in through here and around to the air compressor, if y'all didn't know that. So I could probably get rid of that. Probably a 10. Let's see. Glad I'm getting all this on video, and it's gonna make it to where I don't forget stuff. I don't have enough buckets to drain the coolant out, all of it, as far down as I need to right now. So, you know, we'll go as far as we can with it. I can drain out 15 gallons of it though. I ain't done a turbo in a long time. Very long time. Man, that boat. Almost like it wants to cross thread. There's that. Pretty sure I'm replacing this, won't be here anymore. Pretty sure. So we might be able to take that off too, because I'm pretty sure I'm getting a new one of these. Pretty sure. Let's see what else. Yeah, let's get this out. That's a very small boat, probably a quarter. We're gonna get this out of here. It's got some wear marks right there. I've been rubbing. Don't even know what this is, honestly. I don't. But it's a 7 mil. I know that much. I'm not a mechanic, you know. I'm not. So I don't know what everything is. Also, don't know what I need to keep. That don't want to come out of there. Yeah. Well, let's hope we don't need that, because we just broke it off. Probably don't need it. Again, that's what happens when you work on old stuff. Come on, you. Pop that out. And I'm just going to set all this like right here. Or right here. And hopefully we don't need this stuff. I hope. Put this 7 mil back up here in there. Do that. I think this is a coolant return. Or it might be an oil return. Put it off this one. Whatever. One of them's oil. I know that's coolant coming in, but you know, that's coolant coming in. It's gotta have coolant coming out, right? Oh, okay. Oil drain. So this has to be coolant then, right? I believe so. We'll say so. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, but now we're almost to the point of taking the turbo off. This is an oil drain. We'll have to pop it off. If I remember right, these are either 3/8 or 10 mil. They just suck. 10 mil. and that's why they suck. You gotta wrench that one back there off. It's in a bad place. So let's go ahead and get that, I guess. You don't have to drain the oil to do this. We are going to drain the oil and change it, but you all see what I'm doing. Let me fix you guys. Right there. So we're taking this drain tube off. Get a 10 mil wrench. Y'all gonna laugh, but I'm kind of like an idiot, and I can't remember which way to turn stuff sometimes. So lefty loosey. So with a wrench, I need to pull it towards me. You know how many times I broke stuff because I was turning it the wrong way? A lot. If I'm not mistaken, I get a new drain tube. I think a new, coolant feed lines. Well, wait. I'm telling you wrong. I don't have feed lines for the new turbo. For the coolant. So and all this stuff has to be programmed. Yes. Actually, this back bolt, you don't even have to take it all the way out because it's slotted. I forgot about that. But whatever. We did it. See? No nothing. Let's see, what else we got to take off? We got that off there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to bust this off. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try to bust it off. I need to pull it towards me. I forgot what size that is. 15/16, I think. I'll try to get this knock sensor out. I don't think I need to take it out, but we're torching it. We're gonna get it hot. See if it'll come out. If not, I'm just gonna unbolt this clamp and take this off and just let it hang down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop the turbo off. Pretty sure you don't reuse any of this. I had this on here for a minute though. Let's see what we got. It's a 7/8 too. That's not gonna come. I've had to cut these here and just put a socket on and just wrench the crap out of them. That's how I usually get them off. I don't think we need it, but I don't want to mess it up. But that's just okay, yeah. Loosening. That's hot. Or not hot, but I'm gonna heat this. bit of heat really helps stuff come loose. I always end up breaking shit like this. It's just fine if it breaks, but oh, there it went. The heat worked until it didn't. But it just broke it out of the clamp here, so. Whatever. So this clamp's pretty well, you know, screwed. Remember, you did heat this. That's too hot to touch. All I need to need another glove on my hand, right? I don't need this shield anymore. We're just gonna bend this shield that way, so I can get the clamp off. Honestly, I'm just gonna smack it with a hammer. Let's just smack it with a hammer. I try not to get in y'all's way, but I'm just gonna smack this with a hammer. Bam, just like that. I really don't think I'm gonna be using this again, but I'm just gonna let it hang there. It's a metal gasket. I don't know if I'm gonna let it hang like that. I honestly don't think I'm gonna be using it again. I'm gonna set it back there and let the frame support it, even though I don't think I'm gonna be using it. Turbo feels pretty tight on the back side. This cone on here can't really feel the front side. I'm gonna go ahead and try to bust that off. Let's see, what can y'all see? Y'all can see that. I'm gonna come in here like this. Kind of let y'all see as much as I can. It's just hard to work around. Oh. That's hot. Same thing, screwdriver, pop it loose. Like, I'm not a mechanic, but if y'all want me to work on your stuff, I'm not opposed to it. I break a lot of shit though. Break a lot of tools. I use the tools for the wrong job, you know. I'm gonna use a hammer and a screwdriver on this. Once I get this off, I have to drain the coolant out. There's just no other way about it. Man, I really need to get behind that. I've had a turbo leak right here like a son of a bitch before. I'm gonna have to take that all the way off. I am trying to reuse as much as I can. This cost a small fortune to even be able to do this. I ain't gonna lie, it was not cheap. Not cheap at all. Come on, you. I really don't think I'm gonna be doing anything with this hole here. It's really just a hole for your air, but you know. Losing a lot of parts here. Oh, if you want your turbo to be louder, let me show you something. You want more whistle, which these things whistle anyways. But look right here. I'm sorry about the jitter. See that little pin there? Let me show you. This little pin, I think you got 3 of them. You got 3. You got one here, and one here. You can drill them out and it'll pull this cone off right here. That's a silencer for your turbo. You take that off and it'll be a lot louder whistle for sure. I've done it on my old truck, but you know, it's personal preference, you know, what you do. I don't care nothing about that anymore. But from here, we're just gonna drain coolant, and you guys know how I do it. I come back here and I usually undo this clamp. That valve stays closed because I got a leak back there. But we're gonna fix that since we're draining all coolant out. And I just put it in a bucket and drain it so I can put it back in. And you wanna vent it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back to getting the rest of this turbo off. So I mean, see what I mean? That's how I do it. And then when I want it to stop, I just close that valve right here. I made a mess showing y'all that valve. Just close it, and that's it. We'll drain at least 3 buckets out. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did this. I think it was a 19 and a 11/16 or something to take that off. No, I told you wrong. It might have been. I couldn't get it off the turbo, but since we're getting rid of all this, it don't matter. I'm just gonna take it off there. Took that off. I loosened that this up, and there's one right there. That's for your oil. We'll pop that off and we'll take this turbo off. Alright guys, went ahead and removed this line and the one on the back. Got the one off top. You can actually get to these without a wrench. You can get you really need a little bit longer than this, probably a 6-inch. This is what I can find handy. And I go up under, and I had already broke these loose off camera, but you can actually get it right there. I like to do the bottom first, just because they're harder to get, and then the top. I guarantee nobody put anti-seize on these. Nobody. Oh, my turbo just got delivered. There's that. See, that bolt didn't even break loose. Took the whole stud and everything. Sometimes they'll do that. This one actually came off the right way. Oh, these were 15 mils. So, with that. Probably don't need the extension up here. Take this one all the way off, and that'll just leave me one. You can see the turbos coming down. These turbos, they're not heavy, but they're not light. They're probably about 50, 60 pounds. We're replacing this. I don't care if I break it. Make sure everything's undone. Grab hold of this son of a bitch. Actually, look, it's supporting itself. Now, there's nothing holding that on there at all. I'm just gonna grab it. We're just gonna manhandle this thing off there. Turbo's off. And the one I got in the house is way bigger than this. Okay. I honestly don't think I'm gonna need these lines anymore for this. I don't think so. I was looking at that other turbo and I don't think I'm gonna need this stuff. I'm just gonna work it on our underneath the oil filters here. And now we're just gonna leave it right there. Girl's starting to clean up rather nice, ain't she? And we're gonna have to pull this out of there. I have to really get a hold of it, pull it, figure that out here in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take this plug off. Go ahead and get it off there. We're not gonna be using it no more. And these, man, these things are notorious for breaking. They're expensive. Yes, they are. I should have did this from the beginning. I think I can leave that one. It's that one I'm worried about. I want to let that sit as long as possible. So I'm going to work on this. That's way too big. I'm guessing here, guys. Guessing. The 19. That's what I was afraid of. See how that turns? Sucks. This one actually is going to come off right. We're just going to take it off from the top. I don't want to break any of this stuff. I mean, y'all might want it. I don't know what the deal is with the traffic today. And more traffic on this road than I've seen in a long time. Come on, you. I don't even know what these lines are. Some kind of exhaust line, and I just know I don't need it. Go ahead and pop that out. This was for your Delta P. It's got a lock tab here yet. Oh, damn. Well, come on, you piece of shit. Sorry, guys. I think that was the problem. I didn't have it all the way pushed out. That was definitely the problem. It's got that little tab there. It's got to be pulled all the way out. Whatever. I'm gonna actually just cut these zip ties and get them out of the way. Y'all can do this job a lot faster than me, but you know, I'm explaining things. I'm gonna cut this. I'll cut this in. I'll unbolt that one. Yes. That. That wasn't even plugged up. There's a reason for that. Pull them out of it. Son, that's brittle. Brittle as shit. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna unbolt this one. I'm sure all these are 10 mils. So that should be a 10 mil. Hoping Might have to put the other battery on this. This thing's just been sucking today. It usually does pretty good, but awesome. Pretty sweet. You got 3 that hold your EGR valve on. Of course, they don't want to come off. Go figure. Nothing. I know I could get better tools and all that good stuff. You're right, I could. Go get some nice snap-on stuff, you know. What? Did it? Worth a try. Worth a try. Let's see. I think that should be 11. Either 11 or 10. I was hoping to 11 because I got a crap ton of 11s over here I found. So what we're trying to get is... You what, babe?
Are you almost ready?
Am I almost ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready for what?
Go get the girls in the park.
Oh. I'm doing that. I'm almost ready. Let me get this EGR valve off this stuff. You want to see what I done?
Yeah.
Let's see what your old man did. You know?
Of course, always wanting to see.
Got it all. There's turbo.
Ew. Definitely uglier than the new one.
Definitely. This is that bullshit after treatment stuff that we don't need.
Yeah.
The EPA says you gotta have. And this is what I gotta redesign. I gotta get a hose to go from here to back here and then hook into this heater. So that's what we're gonna try to build tomorrow. And I don't even know if this thing's actually good or not. So we're gonna find out. It could have been bad for a very long time since, you know, my truck's been on a diet for a little bit. Oh, you're trying to fall, ain't you?
Yeah.
I only need one thing on this. I just need this one plug right here. That's all I need for this. No, I don't even need it anymore, because that goes to the other turbo. I don't need, guys, I don't need any of this fucking shit, okay? Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? Y'all tuned in because you think I know what I'm doing. That's your mistake. Fucking shit. There we go. Yeah, so I don't need any of this bullshit. Right. Yeah, let me get this valve off. Whoa, bitch.
Can we hold it?
I think it's alright. Oh wait, shit, I gotta get this running.
That's probably why it ain't falling all the way.
How's that one? This is. I bet it ain't that. I bet it's this.
What a big.
They make sockets, you know.
Do.
Uh-oh.
What size?
It's gonna be cool getting all this crap off here. It's gonna be so much cleaner. Like, you know, less, you ever seen anybody use a wrench that way?
No.
Tricks of the trade.
I mean, I did see a little knife wrench at the truck stop the other day. Oh, getting that for you. I wondered if you could really use the wrench.
I think I gotta plug these holes. I think. Okay. So I don't know how heavy this thing is, but
How for it to be.
I know, right? That's, you get off me. All right?
He's on your hat.
Where? Oh, that's probably the one that stung me that one time. Like a few minutes ago. You get the fuck off. I don't want to embarrass myself on camera. There is no shame in my game, guys. Like, you all don't even know. Oh yeah, don't need that junk no more. Already looks cleaner. Already starting to look like an N14. Tell you what. Okay. Cleaner, right? Look how clean that is. Y'all can't even see. There we go. Sorry, guys. At least y'all didn't see that bee coming at me, but alright, we got all that off. A lot cleaner. And we'll get all this painted up here soon. Wife just informed me I gotta go get the kids. So, but before I go get the kids, I'm gonna take this line off. It'll come off. Let's see if it's a 10. It's not a 10. Probably 11.
Her watch her daddy work on her truck. His truck.
That baby. No, that ain't it either. Fuck.
Didn't you have this driveway all cleaned up?
What?
Didn't you have the driveway all cleaned up already?
Yeah, and then I fucked it all up.
Pretty quick.
Don't take me long.
It's okay, it's your working driveway.
Hell yeah, it's not gonna break. This little line here, you would not believe what this fucking line costs. If I remember right, I ain't never bought one, but I think I got one quoted to me, and I was like, yeah, hopefully it just comes off. These get clogged up too if you have like after treatment and all the bells and whistles on your truck work like they're supposed to. they get clogged up and they cause problems, and a lot of mechanics don't know how to fix your problem, and it's all in this line right here. For anybody who has all that crap on your truck. Might have to take it all the way off. I don't even know if I need this again. I'm trying not to break it. Trying not to. I probably should have just took it all the way off. I'll just take it off. I'm just afraid it's gonna break.
Bless you.
Love you. Oh my goodness.
How about that? That one came off easy. But if you look down in there, these, yeah, there. If you look in there, these get clogged up with soot, causes problems. And then mechanics don't know how to fix it because they're looking in all the wrong places. Like, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm not a dumbass either. You know, I got a little common sense here. Very little, but some. So, yeah, babe. When we get done with this, when we get it all back together. Uh-oh.
Alright.
Yeah. The kit I bought is designed to work on a truck that is going to be keeping this. So, good thing I bought that other thing that blocks the exhaust off.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to have to block this off. Because it should have just stopped right here. And you should have had cylinder, these cylinders, and that one. It shouldn't have that J hook on there. And I don't like that because that creates a dead space right here for air to come and then to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I got. So we're gonna, but I have a block off plate, so I can just bolt it here to block it off.
Okay, that'll work. So you can keep that there then.
Yeah, I'll just take this bellow off, and I'll use one of these and put that plate in there, and then tighten it down, and it'll stop the air from. It'll just stop right there. I just hate that it creates a dead space right there. But it's a good thing I bought that kit.
Yeah.
Because I want to get rid of this. Is your EGR cooler. So exhaust runs through it on one side, and then water. This is your water pump here, and water runs up through here and here. So I just got to build a pipe to go from here to here, and then tie into this heater back here. And yeah, when we get done, you'll just have this manifold here, and that'll be it. It's a manifold and a turbo, and all that shit will be. Well, we'll clean all that up, paint it, get this out of here, paint all this, and yeah, that's what we're gonna be left with. And we're gonna paint it back to the blue like that, and it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna look good.
Yeah, I can wait for the whole thing to be done.
We gotta get this pipe out. We gotta take this out. We gotta take this out. But I'm not just telling her this stuff, because she don't care. Okay. She just says I spend way too much money on this thing, and we could have nicer things if I quit spending money on it. That's what she says. Okay? But she also understands we got work. Okay. To be continued, guys, because I gotta go get the kids. So we're gonna get washed up. And if I don't film it because it gets dark, because I'm on a time crunch and I gotta get this shit done, I'm gonna unbolt this manifold and take it off. I'm gonna unbolt this EGR cooler and take it off. Put the bolts here and the bolts here. And there's 2 boats down there in a fit. This boat, and there's a boat there on the water pump. So I might not film all that, but I got you this far. You can figure that part out. It's not that bad. And when I might be filming again, it'll be tomorrow, and this will all be painted and pretty and dolled up and looking good, hopefully. So y'all tune back in tomorrow, or I'll tune back in tomorrow. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so we it's day 2. We went ahead, we plugged this hole, plugged that hole. Man, itchy. Plugged this water hole. Went ahead, took the supply tube out, took the drain tube out, and we got our water adapter in there for the water pump, and we got everything painted. We took a Brillo pad, or I think that's what you call them. I don't know. I'll show you. One of these. You guys see that? Yeah, one of them. And you want to keep it flat, because they will kind of dig in a little. And I cleaned all the old gasket material off. Even these metal gaskets leave something. Oh, and that, guys. Alright, sorry, guys. So anyways, there's really no easy way of doing this. And the kit, they gave me new bolts, but they didn't have spacers. They ran out, so had to reuse mine. I just cleaned them up. I painted them. I know it ain't gonna stay, but whatever. I wanted to paint them. Y'all don't have to. I like painted shit. It's easier if you got help. Don't have help. But the easiest way I've seen to do this is I start at the top. I'll probably go ahead and run me a bolt and a spacer. Put my gasket on. Come on, you. And these gaskets here kind of hold the spacers. Or not the spacers, but the gaskets kind of hold the bolts in. That's the way I do it. And then I start just this center section up top. So I get it started, and you know, I work my way from the center out when I tighten. And torque specs on these, they say 48. Cummins says, I think, 52. I've heard 50. I've heard 75. I've always did 50, so we're gonna do 50 today. I don't even know if it matters, but we're gonna do 50. Let's see what I'm gonna do and hold that up there. Kind of in there. Bam. All right. That's the way I do it. And then what I like to do is just go ahead You can, since I don't have the EGR cooler here, it's a lot easier. You can slide your spacer up behind it. And I start with the top because you can just, this is just to kind of like get them started, you know. Get them started. All I want to do is just start it, because I want to be able to, if I need to wiggle it out a little or what have you, I got the room to do that. And it just makes it easier for me. But I gotta get this thing back together. I ain't making no damn money right now, and I need to make some money. If you do it like that, then you can slide your spacer wherever you need to. At that one. We'll go get some more, not spacers, but you can slide your gasket where you need to. I need to get this done today, no matter what. But I need some bolts, or not bolts, I need 4 bolts for what I did. And I need, what else I need? Damn. Plugs. I need to plug this hole and this hole. And that's it. Oh yeah, gasket. I know you can't see all this because my back is in the way. I apologize. Might even get in here with a little paintbrush and paint the spots that, you know, I didn't. I might have that too tight. Too tight. I need to be able. I love this thing because it does help. If you had to screw these in by hand or whatever, it could be a pain in the ass. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss or anything. This is the one I always have problems with. This one I always have that leaks too. Telling you, like 90% of the time when I do this one leaks. Alright. So we got all them. Start doing the bottom. And you can reuse, like, maybe you're not doing this, maybe you're just taking a manifold off for some reason. You can reuse these bolts. Ah, shit, guys. Anti-seize. Damn. I forgot anti-seize. You want to put anti-seize on these. So let me go get some anti-seize. And we will, we'll take these out and put anti-seize in. Trust me, it'll be a lifesaver. Sorry guys, didn't mean to screw up, but hey, I make mistakes. We got the anti-seize on there, on these anyways. Slide that through. And guess, I'll just have to, fix it on the other one. Come on now. Why are you so mean? This one here is going to suck to tighten down, especially with that long extension. Probably ain't going to work out too well for me. Who knows? We'll see. Y'all having fun yet? I am. 2 days on this. It's taken me 2 days because I had to pretty it up, You could do this no time really. I'd probably do this in 4 hours maybe. I like this manifold a lot better though. Don't have that bend in it. So, whatever. And you do want to get all your bolts started before you start torquing it down, because you don't want to this thing can somewhat wiggle and you're gonna have a hard time getting the bolt in. Now I'm gonna probably go off camera, take these top bolts out, put anti-seize on them, put them back in, and then we'll torque them. Alright, so what I like to do is I go ahead and, because this is kind of loose still, so I'm not going to hit it hard with this because I want to torque it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of ring these up just a little bit. So you see that one loose. That's not going to work. And that one, oh, is it? Maybe if I ring it in a little bit, I can grab it. Nope, okay. That one ain't gonna work. Maybe, see if I can find something a little bit smaller. This one, this is what it is, guys. I'll just put it on with a wrench. So on these two bottom, we're just gonna guess what 50 pounds feels like when we get there. Right now I'm just snuggling them up a little, not too tight. I do opposite sides, so I've always done it. Been successful with it. Not a mechanic, by the way. I'm a truck driver. Got her set on 50. like it. My head's in the way. Damn. Okay. I hate adding extensions to do this stuff, but my head on my torque wrench is in the way. I'm probably gonna do it like this. There's no way. Okay. We're really gonna be guessing on these bottoms. With a little wrench. A little wrench like this is really gonna suck. Trying to guess what 50 is. Really? I'm just gonna tighten it, kind of tight there. Do a 2 wrench trick here. To me, I want to go just a little more than that. That's probably good. Waiting on my wife to get home. Taking the kids, picking them up from school. If dang it, man. Sauce pipe's right in the way. We'll really have to manhandle this around. Do that later. I'm gonna call that 50. May not be, but it's gonna be 50 for me. A little more than 50, but whatever. 51. I see some people jerk on their torque wrenches, and don't do that. Should be like a steady pull. don't work out good here. Yeah, that'll work. I'm gonna move over here. Ah, guys. Yeah. 2 more. Helps I reset it. This one you gotta reset it every time. Alright. You get that done, your manifold's on there. And you want to get ready for your turbo. So with your turbo, you got these studs. And you got an Allen. I always put them in the back because it's threaded in the back. I don't put anti-seize on these because I don't really want them to come back out. So I put them in, give them a little turn. Some people don't even tighten these up. They just hand tighten them and they're done. I give them a little something. Put a wrench on that. That hurt my hand. Got them dishwashing hands, guys. That's good for me. Same thing with this. A little something on there. Looks good to me. Alright, from here we'll go ahead and throw that turbo on there, I guess. Boy, you gotta see this turbo. Either we'll do the turbo or might put this drain tube in. Or not drain tube, but fill tube. We'll see. Alright, same thing with these. Anti-seize on all your fasteners, your gasket. Hopefully this will just kind of sit on there. Open. Yes, kind of like that. We'll slide that out of the way. And you'll have to put the turbo on, and then you need to clock it. So I'm gonna try to like slide it up on there, and yeah, we'll clock it. Oh man, these things ain't light. And what I do usually, I'll heat this up, and then I'll recheck all my torques on all these bolts. Then I'll run it maybe 100 miles or so. I'll check all the torque again. And after that, you're usually usually okay. But I run, studs down. I run the studs up on this side. I don't even know if it's supposed to be done that way, but that's how most turbos are. That kind of sucks. Them ain't very long. I'm sure them are the right bolts. They gave me 2 more, but I think they're just extras. Hell no, them are even shorter. We definitely ain't using them. There ain't a whole lot of bite on that, but I guess it will crush together and maybe get a little bit more on it. I'd like to have more threads though, honestly. Get my ratchet out of the damn water. That's why I don't have good tools, because, well, I clearly can't take care of nothing. I don't know what sizes are not a 1/2 inch, but that one is. What damn size is that? It's bigger than a 1/2 inch. I'll find out what size that is. Alright, so we're going to start with these top ones. I'm going to put this bolt in where I put this down. About stupid, guys. It really is stupid. Ain't fitting it. I don't like this. I'm about half tempted to let's go get some longer bolts. Really am. That just sucks. It's just, it barely catches. Shouldn't be that way. That ain't gonna work. It's not gonna fucking work. They're stupid. They are stupid. They did something stupid there. That's not gonna work. Alright guys, so this kit, they did some stupid stuff. These bolts ain't long enough for what they're wanting. So I'm gonna go ahead, since I already got the anti-seize on these studs or whatever. I'll go ahead and tighten them on down. So I found a flaw with their kit. I don't like. Alright guys, so here's what I'm gonna do. These bolts are too short, so I'm gonna run when my wife gets back. That might be her. No, it's not her. They're too short, and the studs and nuts that they supplied for the back, they're just gonna strip out on me. So I'm just gonna end up putting bolts back there and put longer studs up here, put longer bolts up here, and I'm just gonna put bolts back there because, you know, like, you spend $5 grand on setup and they ain't got their shit together, apparently. You know, it was bad that they didn't have the spacers, but now they ain't even got your flange right for your turbo. So diesel power source, you suck as far as that goes. But we're gonna go ahead and bypass this cooler. I'm gonna use this, thread that in there, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. Yeah, I'm a little butthurt on that though, a little, you know. This is what we're doing right there. Get in there and see. Fucking bullshit, man. It'd be something, you know, it'd be a different story. You know, let's not even talk about it. I'm just gonna start cussing and bitching, and it just ain't gonna be good for nobody. And they just sent me an email wanting me to review them. Sure, I'll review you alright, but it ain't gonna be the review you want. So I'm put some thread sealing on here. Probably betting the more the better on this. I actually made this little setup, and I think it's gonna work. My wife just got here. It sucks because y'all probably ain't gonna get to see me finish this, and I really wanted to show that. I really don't even know if I'm gonna be able to tighten this. I'll try. Somehow, some way to get in here to tighten it. Put these are my bolts out of my other turbo. Might have to take this off and take these lines off. I really don't want to do that. And I don't want to touch them either because, you know, that's a hot line there. I was hoping once I kind of get this in there, it would just kind of. Dang it, guys. Fuck tight. It will, you know, once I get it in there, this stuff will kind of set up like glue. Alright guys, so we're back. We got the manifold on, got the turbo on. Still gotta hook the exhaust up. Still gotta do the piping up there and the piping up there. I think we're gonna paint it. Got the oil cooler, or engine, or EGR cooler. This is what I ended up doing. Steel braided line. Yeah, line's a little longer than what I wanted, but it's gonna work. Come back in there. If you guys want that set up, I'll build it for you, sell it to you, whatever. It's not cheap. There's the deal. They say put a cup of oil in here. So I just used a medicine cup. Not a cup, but a tablespoon. Oh, while spinning the propeller. And that sucks it down. So we spun the propeller a little bit, and it sucked it down. They said a tablespoon. That was probably a tablespoon. We'll put that fitting on. Wipe that all off there. It's right here. Don't put anything on this, like thread tape or pipe dope or anything. Just tighten it down. I don't know how much torque is supposed to be on this. I'm just gonna snug it up. I feel like that's probably good. I might go just a hair tighter. Right there's probably good. That's pretty tight. That's what I'm gonna do. And then you'll thread your line on. Let's see here. It'll go like this. Go there. It'll tie in there. That's it, guys, for your that's it for your supply anyways. Alright everybody. I know I missed some details here on this, so I just want to point out when I installed this turbo, I bolted it to the flange. This supply was actually down here, so I loosened this clamp up and I spun it until I got that where I want it. I'm still not sure this is where I want it. I want to install all my piping, and then we'll do that. I tightened that one back down, and this was facing down, so I loosened this clamp up. I spun it. I have this clamp semi-tight, kind of loose, so I'll probably loosen it up a little bit because I can't turn that. But basically, I'm gonna put my piping on, get everything the way I want it, and tighten everything down. I got this piece on there just to mock it up for this sensor here. I believe I'm gonna drill a hole right there and put it in there. A 3/4 inch hole. We put the exhaust on. I got it. Again, these are loose. They're tight enough to hold it, but they're not. And we put our flange gasket on here. Cleaned all this up, and hopefully that clamp don't break when we tighten it back down. I'll go under here. That's broke, and yes, I know there's antifreeze there. It's not a leak. It's where I spilled it all over the place from these various hoses. So I'm actually going to try to get that bolt out, and I have that clamp, and see, you can see where I spilled it. that's new because the other one busted. We're gonna take the wiring harness here, and we'll probably throw it behind the engine somewhere back there where nobody can see it. But we are almost ready to fire. There's some stuff I need to do on the cold side because this is where your air compressor gets its air and it runs into the front of the turbo. So since we don't have that no more, it actually runs across there now, and I'm gonna leave that tube there for now. It's just too much aggravation to take it off, and really probably can't even take it off. But we're gonna put a filter on the air compressor intake on the other side, and I need to put this bolt back in there to hold that. So don't let me forget that, guys. Well, here it is actually. Hold the alternator on. Oh no, I'll probably pick up on that just a little bit. I'll hit it with the impact or something. But we're almost done. I'm pretty sure I want that about right there. So we're gonna drill a 3/4 inch hole there so we can put that sensor in. And I apologize, I just had a guy come by, like, he was burning his tires off, a kid, and he popped a tire, so I helped him change that and had people stop by, get scrap metal off of me and all that, you know, stuff. And so I just wasn't filming there for a while, and I was just, you know, tedious working. But this is how we did our drain tube. It's a little long, but it'll work. I don't like this supply line. I kind of griped at them. It's just a little long. I just don't like it. You see how it kind of like that? I just don't like that. Should have been a little shorter. Again, this kit right here, this setup I ran to get rid of the EGR, not EGR valve, but the EGR cooler. Is that what it's called, EGR cooler? I said it earlier in the video. I can make that for you guys if y'all want it and sell it to you, but I promise you it won't be cheap because this hose is high to have it made. These fittings are high dollar. The fitting that goes into the water pump is really expensive, and so is the fitting that goes back there. All that stuff's expensive, but I can sell it to you a lot cheaper. I think they sell kits $1,000, $1,050, $1,100 online. I could probably do, I'm gonna say right around about $600, and I'm not even making money at that. You know, probably losing money, but I'm breaking even. But I can do that for you guys if y'all want it. Just drop in a comment. I don't care to make them for you, and it's no big deal. I can get them shipped to you. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like on here. We just got a few more steps. Change the oil, and we'll be ready to go. All right, guys. I know I didn't show all this. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is some bitch. I don't care. I'm sorry I'm cussing. It's aggravating. Their kit is not a direct bolt on like they say. Things are not straightforward like they say. I had problems back here getting this on. I had problems with these bolts being too short. Honestly, I have problems with these intercooler pipes lining up correctly. Same way with this. None of it wants to line up like OEM, but I guess that's what you get when you try not do stuff that ain't OEM. The feed line was too long, but we got it working. Don't like how it is, but we're hoping it still pumps, because You know, you can see how it is. Check that out. I fixed it. The drain tube, again, too long. I am going to do something. I'm not going to leave that like that. But we did get everything put back together. This finishes this side. As you can tell, it's a lot cleaner. A lot simpler design. I got a mess here. I got a lot of cleaning to do. On this side, what I did, I didn't show this because it's pretty straightforward. I took that one bolt out, pulled this tube out that runs back here to your air compressor feed, and put this little nifty filter on there. They supply all that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the oil, fill it up with coolant, and we're gonna fire it up, and tomorrow we're gonna take it and get it programmed. We'll see how it runs. Probably put her up to 6 1/4 horse and see what happens. So let me get everything, let me change this oil real quick and put coolant in it, and we'll fire it up and see what happens.